I have a landmark birthday coming up, and after I went through the stress of scheduling a colonoscopy, decided I needed to reward myself. So I booked myself a weekend ayahuasca retreat. Now, for those of you who don't know what ayahuasca is, it's a powerful hallucinogenic compound brewed from a tropical vine, and it's been used in the Amazon for about 1,000 years for people to explore their inner demons, or what we would call traumas, and hopefully process them and rid themselves of them. Now, I didn't have any real traumas, but what I wanted to do is I wanted to get in touch with my creativity because I'm getting old, and I want to get some things done in my life before I'm demented, basically. And so ayahuasca enables you to trip your brains out, and I'm always up to new experiences, especially drug-related, of which I've had many, and many more if you count the flashbacks. So I found a high status ayahuasca retreat, which was right off the 10 near Redlands, and in order to be accepted there, you have to fill out a questionnaire that they wanted to make sure you were not going to die at the retreat, or even worse, freak out. And to prepare yourself for this, you have to go through a cleanse, and in this case, I had to eliminate all my favorite things from my diet. I had to eliminate spicy foods, alcohol, and cannabis. And in addition to that, because I had to stop taking all my pills and supplements, and which means, as an old man, I had to stop taking my boner pills, which showed you the degree of commitment I wanted it to do this. So I get to the retreat. I sign in with the clipboard guy, and he directs me to a barn, and they have. The other thing about ayahuasca is it's a purgative. It's an emotional and spiritual purgative, but it's also physical purgative, which means you're going to vomit, and you're going to probably get diarrhea. Now, there are about 50 other people at this retreat. You're in a barn. There's got mattresses set up with fresh bedding, paper towels, and vomit buckets. And it's led by a shaman. They have his staff there, a bunch of volunteers, and there's a band. And the shaman, the shaman's the guy who brews the ayahuasca, and people, you line up to take it like we would in a Catholic chapel to take communion. So everybody lines up, you walk up there, and he pours the ayahuasca into a little red disposable plastic cup, and he blows on it and says a prayer, and he gives it to you. And let me tell you, this stuff looks like Dr. Pepper, has the gritty texture of Turkish coffee, and it tastes like the sludge from a Superfund cleanup site. It's the worst thing I've ever drank in my life. And I take it, I go sit on my mattress, and I see the ayahuasca is kicking in for everyone around me. They're getting in touch with their demons. They're screaming. They're crying. They're laughing maniacally. They're talking to people that no one else could see, and they're vomiting. One woman is so affected by this that she starts letting loose a stream of curses in Spanish, so vehement and violent that you didn't need translation. Then she pours a vomit bucket over herself, and she had to be taken out. Okay. But me, I'm feeling nothing. No vomiting, no hallucinations. I'm just sitting there, wondering what the fuck's going on here. So so the next day, there's supposedly 3 sessions in this weekend. Next day, I take a double dose, and again, nothing's going on. Everybody else is going to town on this. I'm sitting there, saying, I left my family, I left my friends, and this wasn't cheap either. I gave up my morning hard-ons to be here. And, I said, what the fuck is wrong with me? Why am I here? And I said, I want to be vomiting. I want to be screaming. I want to be talking to ghosts or whatever, but I'm not, And so anyway, I'm feeling, and I'm finally getting an emotion out of this, and it's jealousy, it's envy. I want to be like these people, okay? So anyway, I I finished the retreat. You know, thank God the band was there because they were great. You know, I finished the retreat, and I go home, and I started processing everything, and I realized, you know, I didn't want to be vomiting. I didn't want to be puking or talking to ghosts or anything like that. These people have problems so much worse than I do. And I said to myself, you know, I don't need ayahuasca to get in touch with my creativity. I should just practice some of the discipline that I did to get to the retreat. And so instead of giving up cannabis and spicy food and alcohol, I decided just to set up a writing schedule for myself and to practice discipline. And every now and then, some screaming, screaming, crying, and puking. Thank you.